Hello, everybody, and welcome to Learn to Unlearn. This is Luca Mino back again with episode 37. We're getting up there, 37 this time. Just with a brief recap of how things are going and the medicines that I'm taking, the new addition to the family, if you will. And for those who are new to the show, let me just briefly explain in the first few minutes, if I can hold the camera straight with one hand and not look at it. My show is based on a series that I'm doing on my healing from two cancers, not one, but two of them, and what I'm doing to heal them. Well, no chemo, no radiation, and that caused problems between me and the medical establishment, but those are, I detail all of that, and I'm going to be detailing all of it. And if this doesn't work, talking in the microphone here and doing the video, I'm never going to video myself in the car again, because this takes a lot of work. So basically, this is where we're at. Yes, for the first time today, I have enough energy to be able to, move around and, go shooting for the first time, go to practice. And it takes a lot out of you, and you have to be in good shape physically, and I'm starting to come back because of the discipline that I'm trying to have, which is, staying still, staying in your lazy boy and resting, and you're healing when you're resting. People don't understand that. People just think, oh, well, I'll just continue with my life. It doesn't work that way. You have to really discipline yourself and sit and lie down and not move and no excuses, and it works. And I'm proof of it, which is going to be what we're going to be detailing in my show and in my series, and I'm really looking forward to it. So for today, I'm saluting you from downtown Keokuk, Iowa, and I bring good news. It's hard because the medicines really give you a body stone, and the the pot that you smoke as well gives you a pretty much out of this world type of feeling. So you have to regenerate, you have to rebuild your own world, you have to, and I've been spending a lot of time by myself, which really helps. So I'm looking forward to doing my show this week and letting you guys know what's going on, because we got good news, if nothing better. For the longest time, I had that intuition that said, the more you go inside, the deeper you go inside, the more you're going to understand. First level was getting to know my body and how it worked. Then it was the level of how much I want to eat and when, south of the neck. Not this. None of the head involved. Just your body telling you what you want. Get focused, go inside, find out what your body needs, and you'll get answers. And then it goes deeper than that, even when you start realizing that the new medicines that I'm taking are making a really, really good effect on everything. Here comes the sun again. I was trying to avoid it, but we're going to lose it just a little bit. Okay, good, so I can keep talking. And it's really good to be able to be mobile and to be able to, have the energy to do stuff. And it makes you grateful. It really does. It makes you grateful.
Ain't that the truth? And it's really true. In any form of belief system that you believe in, whatever your belief system is, I am there for you. There's always that higher power that is there for you. It's always there with you. You have to believe that and never lose your faith. I had to throw that in because that's what I have in my car, just dangling, every day. I get to look at that. I want to remind people very briefly of the medicines that I'm taking, most specifically the new ones, and also something that I've been taking that not many people know about. And it's called diatomaceous earth. And they go, what? Oh, you mean that white stuff to get rid of bugs and critters inside that you spray on the carpet or something? And yeah, No, food grade diatomaceous earth. Very powerful stuff. It's literally like eating earth, like eating dirt. And it's food grade. Okay, so you have to buy the food grade diatomaceous earth. And they told me, they said sprinkle like a half a teaspoon on whatever you're eating. You know, I mean, make sure the texture, you know, is adequate for it, like not in yogurt or anything, but like something you're cooking, just spray it. And if you eat about a teaspoon a day of that stuff, you're going to be really in much better health. So that's one option right there. Diatomaceous earth, very important. So for people who want to pause the video and look at the list that I have up here, I have, this is basically what I'm taking every day. I start my day with SCACT, and SCACT is very, very important. It's a cancer fighter, and they say you're only supposed to take like maybe 1 or 2 ounces a day, or twice a day at the most, and I'm taking a 6 ounce or 4 6-ounce glass. In the morning, first thing when you wake up, before even brushing your teeth, if you do, you take some SCACT on an empty stomach there, and you wait an hour. You wait an hour before you eat. If you don't want to do that, then you just get up an hour before you normally get up, have a drink of that, go back to bed, and you know, do whatever. But that's what works the best when it's on an empty stomach. And then I take out my milk thistle, 175 milligrams. I take out the apple cider vinegar supplement that I have, the lactoferrin and the protandem that I just got, that I'm just starting since last Saturday, since the last show, and the saw palmetto, 1,200 milligrams. And that I'm taking with food, you know, in my first meal of the day, if you like. And it's working wonders. And it's funny because when you really pay attention to taking the right medicines, your body's going to automatically tell you what to do with the rest, what to eat, what you're not in the mood for, what doesn't taste good. It's not this anymore, as I said. It's south of the neck. I like how they say that, south of the neck. Very, very important. Recap for the week. Well, I just wanted to do a recap while I'm on here because after that segment in the car, it's important to just recap what's going on for the week health-wise. Seemingly less blood flow of urine, and there's a lot of fluctuations going on with the spasms that I'm having because of the prostate being so big, and it's also tied in with number 2 with the lower intestine. So it's, you know, they're trying to not cause a war down there, but it's pretty rough. But I'm getting less blood. I noticed that in the week that I started taking the lactoferrin and the protandem, and it's staying there. So we're going to see how it goes. And it is really scary. I'm not going to, you know, this show is no holds barred. I'm going to say it straight out. It's terrifying to be by yourself and to, you know, let yourself bleed blood out of the penis like that and have to clean yourself, and you're going, yeah, okay, you know, and you have to talk to yourself and relax, because just your anxiety and the stress that you have could make you, you know, could make it worse. So you just, it's, you know, the best friendship I ever worked on in my entire life, because you have to really become friends with yourself, literally. It's only you and I, me, myself, and I, that's it. We're the marvelous trio, because that's all we have. You know, I'm not going to the hospital again. So there is a difference with new medicines. And this is cute because I'm looking at my notes just to make sure I got everything that I'm thinking about, and I'm going ahead of myself and I'm saying what I was supposed to say later on, but that's good because these are all the things that are coming out. It's about learning to work with your body. Remember, this isn't Rockefeller medicine no more. This isn't running to the hospital or running to the pharmacy. And you know those pictures where you see the word pharmacy and you see the P that doesn't work anymore at nighttime, so all you see is pharmacy. You know, I'm not going to say they cause harm, but you know, think about it. You know, it's up to everybody to decide. I'm not judging. This show is not a judgment call. This show is strictly what's going on with me and how I'm dealing with my 2 cancers that I was told I had, which I don't even know if I have or not because they can't significantly test properly enough. Okay. Eating something like a treat or something, and then, it's not really that good for you, but, you can't tell until about 8 or 10 or 12 hours later. I'm not at that point yet. Maybe that's a good sign because that means I'm not doing anything drastically horrible for my body, except for that one time that I went to Burger King and I was on my hands and knees, short of throwing up. I don't know what it was, but yes, I do. It was the chicken sandwich, like I always used to love having, and I was not. I couldn't be seen by anybody. I was literally crawling on my hands and knees for about 6 to 8 hours. It was horrible. So, your body's giving you beep for doing what maybe you're not supposed to. So I'd like to get to the point where I know what was good for me yesterday because I can feel it today, and I can, there are people that know their bodies that well. They can literally tell, oh, that's from that, I'm feeling this because of that from yesterday or whatever. So maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. We're chronicling all this, and there's no, no holds barred. I keep wanting to say that because there's no other way to explain it. And it's all brand new territory, uncharted waters, like one of my titles for one of my shows. So I'm sitting here today trying to get all this straightened out, and I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more energetic. Anyway, we're going to keep up the good work, and we're going to keep up the positive attitude, even though what's going on around us is, the noose is tightening all the time, but that's, anybody wants to know about that stuff, maybe I can include some of it in the show, but we don't want to go too technical or too political. So it's up to the listeners. And thank you so much for being faithful and listening to the shows and giving me ideas too, if you have any. And we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening.